guys, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to take you through a full day of what I cook for my daughter and myself as well, because we have some food allergies. And I have a 13-year-old daughter. She's allergic to egg yolks and whites, and wheat, gluten, dairy products except for goat cheese, but she's okay with nuts and different meats. I don't eat a whole lot of meats, but we got the food allergy test back and I had a consultation with her doctor. This is an easy meal plan that I've come up with for her, and I just wanted to share with you guys like a day of eating and cooking for a child or a family that has some food allergies. This morning for breakfast, I just cooked up some oatmeal. And you'll want to make sure that the oats are gluten-free. If you're staying away from gluten, they can be rolled with wheat. This is a flavor variety pack. I like that it doesn't have high sugars in it. You know, the nutritional value is not too bad. But anyway, I found these just at Walmart. And so I doctored the oats up a little bit to make them a little more flavorful, stick to your ribs. This is half of a ripe banana in there with a little bit of almond milk and some dairy-free chocolate chips. But yeah, these are super yummy and creamy. Okay, so when you have somebody in your household that has to stay away from certain foods, it's so important that they have some like go-to foods that are easy and you can snack on or make a lunch out of. And so although I try not to buy a whole lot of processed foods, because I always think like homemade food is going to be the best for you, definitely when you have a teenager or a kid, or you're making lunches for yourself and want to go out and have a snack, it's always nice to have those like processed foods. So my mother-in-law was going to be watching the kids for a week, so I hurried and went to the store and I looked through the gluten-free section and tried to pick some of the best snacks and things there that were still healthy, made with whole grains, but I had to be careful because a lot of them had eggs and dairy. So these were a couple of the items I found that didn't have eggs or dairy or gluten in them. And there's surprisingly a lot to choose from. Gluten-free soft taco tortillas by Mission. They're really good, nice and soft, good flavor. So as far as breads, Energy makes a good one. They don't have any eggs in there. So it's made with brown rice and whole grain. They're soft, it toasts really nicely. It makes like grilled sandwiches really good, like chips and snacks. She likes popcorn stuff, so we have some apple cinnamon rice cakes or popcorn cakes. And these popcorners, these are so good. They taste like a little bit of sweet kettle corn. They just have 3 grams of sugar for 17 chips. Also veggie chips, but the sea salt is just plain. It also has a little bit of potatoes, spinach, broccoli, and peas. So that's a nice little snack. These little pretzel twists are awesome. We dip them in peanut butter or hummus. They're by Glutino, but I think I got all of this at Walmart, and maybe my local grocery store had a couple of the items. But sometimes like the gluten-free breads will be in the freezer, sometimes they're with other breads. Yeah, most grocery stores are really good now about carrying stuff. And then when it comes to like bars and granola stuff, I love Cascadian Farm. They make some that have like white chocolate chips in them, but it's just made from, there's also some with peanut, quinoa and puffed rice dipped in chocolate. They're kind of like the sweet and salty bars. She likes those. Surprisingly, the Cliff bars, the Z bars, they don't have gluten ingredients, but it says it may contain peanuts, tree nuts, milk, and wheat, but in any of the ingredients, it's not in there. So I won't buy things that specifically have those ingredients in them, but if it says made in a facility that processes those things, I usually will still get it. I think it's okay. If you have a severe allergy, definitely like steer clear of those things. And if you love milk chocolate, but you can't have milk, Enjoy Life makes a rice milk chocolate bar. Not health food, but sometimes you just need chocolate. Go to soups. Most tomato soups have milk in it, and Some of them even have wheat in them, so you have to really check your labels. These are a little pricier, but definitely worth it. They taste good, and I think I'm gonna do a video of some recipes to make that probably would be unprocessed and homemade stuff a little bit more. But yeah, this was just kind of our go-to snack basket, and I think it makes it a lot easier when you're trying to travel or have a kid going to school and you just need something quick. Okay, we're back. It's lunchtime, and I want to show you just how I build a really quick basic lunch. It looks like last night I have some leftover little cornbread muffins, and these I used a gluten-free cornbread mix. Super simple. Instead of using eggs, I used a flax egg, which is for every egg, 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed and 3 tablespoons of water. You let it sit in a little bowl for less than 5 minutes, and it becomes an egg substitute. So we made some little corn muffins, but there's a surprise inside, so I'll show you how I did that. Okay, so I took each little cornbread, and you can see I sprinkled some nitrate-free bacon bits on there. My daughter, she likes turkey and ham, so I try and get like nitrate-free hot dogs, and we stick them in there. And this is like a corn dog, so kids can't have that have wheat allergy can't have like hot dog buns and corn dogs, so these are a good substitute. And I just have these little reusable condiment cups. I get these at the Dollar Tree. They're really great. And I will put like some ketchup and mustard in a little cup for her to dip them in. So that is like a super simple way to, you know, get out of the rut of like a normal sandwich or peanut butter and jelly. And here I have another little cup that I put some nuts and organic raisins. We have a couple of raisins and nuts in there, so I'll put that in there. And then we have a little Z bar. Okay, we made it to dinner. We had a couple of like little snacks. We had some mango slices and some pears. It's dinner time, and it's Friday night, and we always like to do pizza night. So my son and husband, they will do like a regular, they get like an uncured meats, plain cheese, and then doctor it up with a couple of veggies and meats from home. But for my daughter and myself, we're going to try tonight the Trader Joe's cauliflower pizza crust. And it's got just a couple ingredients: cauliflower, corn flour, water, cornstarch, potato starch, olive oil, and salt. So there's no milk or gluten or eggs in here. Some cauliflower crusts have like mozzarella in their crust. So this is gonna be a good one to try, and hopefully it turns out good and it's not too cauliflowery. And on top of that, we're going to top it with some pizza sauce and some dairy-free provolone. And then we have this goat cheese, and goat cheese is very low in lactose, and she tested to be very low in inflammation for goat cheese. So we're gonna try this goat cheese on there, and it's not like your tangy soft goat cheese, it's more like a Gouda or some type of like white cheddar flavor. Roasted garlic chicken sausage from Trader Joe's is really good. Onions, herbs, garlic, and basil, and then I'll probably sprinkle some basil and tomatoes on there. Should make a delicious pizza. I'll get this made up and we'll show you the finished product. Okay, so it looks like we have to first cook it upside down, and then we flip it over and cook it on the other side, I'm guessing. So this is how we're gonna do this here. So put it in upside down. Okay, so I have the pizza stone. We'll just set it. Oh, you know what? I probably should spray it or something. Hang on. I hope I don't light something on fire this way, but that's probably not good to do. Don't do that. Okay, but we're gonna cook it upside down. I just don't want it to stick, so we're gonna set the timer for 12 minutes, and then we're gonna flip it after 12 minutes, cook it on the other side, then put the toppings on. I hear this is the best way to cook it because only cook it on one side, it gets soggy and it tastes like cauliflower. And we don't want that, we want it to taste like pizza. Okay, I just flipped it over and it's looking a little golden brown and yummy. And now I have the chicken sausages cooking, and we're gonna put the cheese and the sauce on. Should be good. Okay, here's the final product. We've topped it. Oh, it's gotten a little bit brown. Oh my gosh. Okay, Well, there it is. We got hot, hot, hot. So I broiled it after I put the toppings on for like 4 to 5 more minutes. And I did like 3/4 of it with some of the chicken sausages and a little bit of bacon sprinkles, and the rest of it's just with veggies. So my daughter and I are gonna split this and we'll see how it tastes. We got some broccoli steaming, and the boys are gonna have a delivery pizza for dinner. Okay, so we're gonna do the taste test of the pizza. This is our cauliflower crust from Trader Joe's. Mia,
Alright.
join me. I've actually been already tasting it. I thought it was pretty darn good. Good texture.
Overall, with like the toppings and stuff, and the sausage, I can't taste cauliflower at all.
You
I
can't?
can taste.
That's good.
I can taste like the goat cheese, which I enjoy.
You like it?
And
Okay.
it goes well with the cauliflower.
Okay.
Cauliflower crust.
I did a little grilled onion, zucchini, basil, and tomato on mine. And on yours, there's basil, tomato, chicken sausage, and goat cheese.
It's a good recipe. I'd try it again.
All right, there you go. So if there are some new families out there to food allergies, I understand. I feel your pain and your struggle. I know that there can be a lot that you feel like your child is missing out on, or that there are not a lot of options when you go out to eat. But there are a lot of little tips and tricks that I have learned for myself the last few years, and then especially for my daughter more recently. But like just being prepared and making a few little conscious purchases ahead of time can save you a lot of headache. And there's also some really good digestive enzymes out there. This is not for people with specific allergic reactions to foods, but if you take digestive enzymes for specifically gluten and dairy, if you just have a sensitivity or an inflammatory response, these can be really helpful in helping with the bloating and the constipation or the issues that might arise from eating those things when you're out and you don't have other alternatives. So another thing I wanted to mention was, how would you even start to guess that your child might have a food sensitivity? Ever since my daughter was a baby, I know she's had a hard time digesting dairy. It made her really gassy. It always was something that kind of bothered her, but she loves cheeses and milks and dairy products, not milk specifically, but milk products, like anything that was like white cheddar, mac and cheese, things like that. She just really liked them, but they always would have her feeling lethargic, sick, bloated. She would like lay on the floor after dinner sometimes because she just didn't feel good. She would have some skin rashes on her arms. And then sometimes it would spread down to her hands. If we were out like hiking, or if she was at school, anything that demanded maybe a little bit of extra energy, she just didn't have it. You can go to your doctor, or we went to a functional medicine doctor and got a specific blood test for food sensitivities that covered over like 200 foods. It did take a while. We submitted the blood samples that came back, and then we had a consultation with the doctor describing the best way to heal the inflammation going on in her gut from all of the years of eating the things that she was having a reaction to. So hopefully that is helpful information or tips for any of you families that are trying to figure out and navigate the world of food allergies, specifically ones that like are in everything. I feel like eggs are in everything, dairy is in everything, gluten is in so many things. So just read your labels, educate yourself on what gluten is and what it's not. Don't be afraid to buy like a couple little processed foods to help fill in here and there. I want to wish you guys good luck, and if you have any questions, ask them down in the comments. If you found this helpful, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon.